So, hello and welcome, Sheryl Boyle. I love to introduce you to our bundled browsers and with your emotional mastery resource you have for us. I really want to welcome you and yeah, introduce yourself. Who are you? What you're doing, and so on. Let us know.
Well, as you mentioned, my name is Sheryl Boyle. I'm a licensed professional counselor, uh, a clinical hypnotist, a coach, and a pre and perinatal educator. I'm also a business owner and an entrepreneur. And I help women business owners and career professionals step into their competence, feel empowered in their voice, and stay emotionally steady as they grow, personally and professionally, because professionally is based upon you as a person. So, what affects you personally will also affect your business. And my work supports women in leading with clarity, self trust, authenticity, and calm strength. My gift is the Emotional Mastery ebook, and it's a practical, empowering resource. It's designed for anyone, but it's especially helpful for business owners and career professionals because it supports emotional regulation, stress management, and clear thinking under pressure. I
That
chose
sounds
this gift
very interesting. Very
because
interesting.
emotional steadiness is essential for confident leadership, decision making, and using your voice with authority. After using it, professionals often feel calmer, more focused, and more self trusting, allowing themselves to lead and work with clarity, confidence, and empowerment. And really, it's about feeling emotionally safe so that your nervous system is calm, which means you don't have the brain fog,
Hmm.
you don't have the anxiety, and you don't have the lack of motivation that often comes when you don't feel emotionally safe. And the reason I do this work is I know what it's like to appear capable and accomplished while feeling uncertain or even disconnected inside. I chose the emotional mastery resource after seeing how many professional women push through pressure instead of drawing from their inner awareness. And one of the greatest gifts I've witnessed in women is watching them realize that the very areas that they're least uncomfortable with, areas where they feel shame or guilt,
Mhm.
often hold their greatest wisdom. When that awareness clicks, they begin to trust themselves, use their voice with confidence, and make decisions from calm authenticity instead of pressure. And that transformation is what matters to me so deeply. In a
Very good.
world where women are finally getting a voice, and in some areas they're trying to push that down, we need to be able to be firm in who we are and recognize our self worth. Now,
Very true. Very true. Yes.
one of the things that I think you had asked was to name a practical tip. And so I would call that
You
name
can, of
the
course.
emotion before reacting. If you can recognize what you're feeling, pause, silently name what you're feeling. Is it anger, fear, anxiety, shame, unease? Name it helps you regain control before responding.
So your resource helps us do that.
Right.
So
It helps you understand what anger is, how it makes a difference.
very
To
good.
understand that, to name it, that's that first step into being able to really work within yourself. And we don't want to shame ourselves. We don't want to um, do anything other than loving ourselves, but understanding that we have parts of us that hold these emotions and these fears. When we can work with them gently and effectively,
Mhm.
then we're able to move forward with a nervous system that's supportive and allows us to grow both individually and professionally.
Very good. That's very good. So when I've seen your resource the first time, even this the cover of it, I was really deeply impressed, to be honest, because that really triggered me absolutely like, wow, I can see myself in this and in these emotions here. And so that's I will really get into your resource because I think it's an amazing gift. And as you said, there are so many women out there who really need more voice, more like to get to know themselves better, how to channel these emotions and all that. And I think I'm so deeply grateful that you are giving us this resource because I think this is helping so many people out there. And it's just amazing. Thank you really so much. This is amazing, really.
Yeah, it is. And I can remember hearing that most people cannot even recognize 7 different emotions. When I worked with the chronically mentally ill, most of them couldn't even recognize happiness. They could recognize fear,
Yeah.
anger, but
So,
there was very few other emotions that they recognized.
so wow.
So, one of the biggest lessons that I've learned as a therapist, coach, educator, and business owner is that emotional mastery is not just a personal skill, it's a leadership skill.
Mm,
When women learn how to work with their nervous system and their inner world, they can lead, decide, and create from clarity instead of pressure. And one of the myths that I wish people would release is the idea that strength means self control alone. In my work, I've seen that true empowerment comes from our nervous system's emotional awareness, regulation, self trust, not from pushing harder and not from ignoring what's happening inside, but embracing those parts,
mm,
loving them, understanding their wisdom, and utilizing that to make the guidance that you need. Emotions are actually the tools for us to recognize what's going on.
yeah.
But most of us in Western cultures have been taught to push down anything that wasn't positive.
But that we shouldn't do that at all.
Well,
That's
we've learned a lot in the last 50 years. You know,
thankfully.
the tribal mentality is slowly going away,
Hmm.
and we're starting to recognize personal empowerment. It's amazing, though, that there's still so many different gender-based ideas and roles. You know, men are told to work with their areas of their life that they're most proficient in, and women are told to work on where they're least proficient. Switch it around. Do what they do in that sense, because where you are the most creative, the most able, that's your passion, that's your edge. Delegate out the areas that you're not so good at. None of us is perfect in everything, but we all have the shine within us. It's about learning how to feel safe enough to let it glow.
Yeah, that perfect. Really perfect. I'm so thankful that you are really here and share this all with us because I think deep down we all know a lot about that stuff, but we press it down. We don't really how should I say that? We don't really think with clarity about these things, and I think your resource really can help us really to master this and to go deeper down to first understand ourselves better and really, yeah, get better, just feel better and to deal with our emotions better, like so. I love this resource really. I have to go and go deep, deep, deep in this one.
Well, I will tell you that in my coaching program, the first 3 months is based upon the nervous system, recognizing your emotions, learning how to work with them, learning various types of techniques, modalities for emotional stabilization and inner child work. And then we move forward. It's in the full capacity, it's a 12-month program. We do offer that
Oh
in
wow. Okay.
modules of 3 months.
Very
And
good.
I have added with the free gift for those that want to have some more resources at affordable pricing. We've added those as upsells.
Oh, very good. That's brilliant to know. Yes. So you're offering one-on-one coaching as well as other resources. So if anybody really wants to get deeper in that, they can reach out to you, and they have your email, anyways. And
Right. If they
so
email me on the one-on-one coaching, we can schedule a seen woman discovery call
mhm,
and really talk about what their needs are.
right. So just to clarify, are you only working with women or with men as well?
Well, I work with both, but in reality, it's predominantly women. For one
Okay.
thing, women are the ones that have the empathy, the emotional challenges because of how we've been raised, but also we do all the work.
Mhm.
I know you're in Ireland, and I don't know how much different it is there to the United States, but it's not unusual for men to take ownership of a woman's work and claim it as theirs.
Of course. I think that's worldwide a problem.
I think so too, but I can't prove it, so I'm only saying in my area.
I'm confirming that. Yes.
And the men that I work with, and I do work with some men, they're more aware of their emotions, and they're
Mhm.
also um, more aligned to fairness, equality, ethics.
Brilliant.
And
Brilliant.
that's who I work with. I work with women who want to be the very best they can be, who already have made major changes in their lives, but there's still this inner gnawing at times that, I should be able to do this, or,
Hmm.
you know, if only they knew. And
Hmm.
yet, if they really knew, they would see the brilliance that we don't even look at.
Yeah, that's perfect. Great. So if anyone in the audience would love to go deeper in this topic, they just can reach out to you, and happy days then. Brilliant. So,
Well, thank you.
okay. So I would say that's perfect. Thank you so much again for participating in this bundle, for giving us this really great resource for free. That's not a matter of course. So thank you really very much for this, and I hope a lot of people are really getting into this topic, because it is so important. And thank you for taking your time today to share your story, your background, and a little bit about how you work and so on. And yeah, I hope everything goes well. So
Well, thank you,
let's
Bettina.
go into the emotional mastery. Everybody here. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You are so welcome.